Justice with Judge Mablean will be life because in everything we do, it involves the law.
Where's your witness?
In the evidence.
That's hearsay.
It's notarized.
I still say it's hearsay.
She's fair.
You gotta help these young men learn how to do this the right way.
Yes, Your Honor.
She's firm.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
No, I don't need to say anything else.
She's honest.
I'm not your child and I'm not your friend. That's the order of the court. Goodbye.
This is Justice with Judge Mablean.
All rise. Both parties raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I do.
Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Mablean presiding.
Thank you, Will.
I know.
Good morning. You may be seated. In the matter of Samantha Lee versus Ethan Grant, I understand that you are suing him for $5,000 for nuisance over a barking dog.
Yes.
And the defendant says, no, you're just a little jealous that he has another girlfriend. And that's what this is really all about. So let me hear both sides. I'll start with Miss Lee.
Hi, Your Honor. Yes, I am suing my ex-boyfriend Ethan today for nuisance and intentional infliction of my emotional stress. We dated for about 2 years. I've known him for about 3. We met at our apartment complex. I thought things were going great, but 6 months ago, he ended things abruptly. But he shortly after got another girlfriend. I'm pretty sure they were dating while we were dating. But anyway, she came around the apartment complex a lot and started to spend the night, and she would bring her dog with her. And through the night, I would hear the dog barking incessantly all through the night, and it was bothering me. I go to night school, so I'm up all night, and then I have to wake up early to go nanny for a family. So it's been a lot of stress, and it's just been really just a nuisance to me listening to this dog bark all night.
So how big is the apartment complex?
It's not that big. It's about 25 to 30 units.
And where's your unit in comparison to his?
It's 2 doors down from him.
So he's like 3, the 3rd door down. All right. And are you on the upper level or the lower level?
We're on the lower level.
Okay. And you both have been living there at least 3 years?
Correct. I moved in about 3 years ago.
And now he has a new girlfriend that brings a dog over and it's causing you, you can't sleep at night, what?
I can't study. He barks during my classes and during sleep, so all through the night.
So you go to school online?
Yes.
All during the night? It's not typical for dogs to bark all during the night.
I know. The other pets in the complex are quiet during the night. It's only been this dog, and how do I know? Because, you know, it's been 6 months, and ever since the girl's been coming around, the dog's been barking. Even, you know, I've seen the dog out in, you know, the courtyard. I've tried to be nice to the dog. I even gave the dog a treat.
You gave a stranger's dog a treat?
I did. I tried to make peace with the dog.
Did you know what the dog ate?
No, but I went online and they had popular dog treats, and
but all
the
dogs
reviews
don't
were
eat the
good.
same treats.
It was for small dogs.
Did you go online to find out what to do about barking dogs?
I did,
And what did you find out?
The county actually has an ordinance against.
No, that's not what I asked. Did you go online to find out what you can do to keep dogs from barking?
No, I just tried to figure out what I could do legally, ma'am.
Okay. And you were about to tell me about the county's ordinance?
Yes, they have an ordinance that if the dog disturbs any person by frequent or prolonged noise, I have a right to complain. So after talking to Ethan, after texting him multiple times about the dog, I was trying to be nice. Like I said, I was trying to make peace with the dog. I had to do something, so I called the sheriff's department.
And of course they did nothing, right?
They came, and they talked to Ethan, but that's it. They just said it was a civil matter.
How did we get to $5,000?
Well, you know, I go to school, and I also got the treats, and I also bought noise-canceling headphones, very expensive ones,
okay,
so that I wouldn't hear the dog, but
so
that
what
didn't work.
the noise-canceling headphones cost you?
Those were about $150, and I have receipts here for the dog treats.
$150 and dog treats?
Yes, I have the receipts for the dog treats and the headphones.
But how did we get to $5,000? Because that certainly isn't $5,000.
I also have my receipts for my schooling as well, because I did pay for school. And
You're supposed to pay for school.
Yes, well, the dog is disturbing me, so I can't focus on school.
Have you quit school?
No.
Did you fail?
Close to it, ma'am.
No. Did you fail, yes or no?
No.
Okay. Let me hear from you, Mr. Grant.
Yeah, so I'm a warehouse manager, and what you can see when talking about the dog is that, like you said, all dogs eat different things. She gave our dog a treat. Unfortunately, we had to go to the vet. So we had to pay about $330 to go to the vet off of her wanting the dog to be quiet or trying to be friendly with the dog. We had to spend money on the dog while she's trying to sue us for $5,000.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Mablean.
What's the collar thing that it has?
Okay.
What's that?
Well, this
Joker.
It's not a silencer?
He's got on clothes.
dog clothes.
That's not a silencing
Yeah.
collar?
And later,
Did you find out what caused the sharpness in your mouth, the pain?
It was a 5-inch serrated knife inside the empanada.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Samantha Lee, who is suing her ex, Ethan Grant, for nuisance.
What about the dog barking all night, she says, and just really noisy, and it's a nuisance and disturbs her peace? What's that all about?
Is the dog disturbing you now?
No, the dog's not disturbing me now. It's not nighttime.
Right.
But is it nighttime or all day?
It's nighttime.
You're at
And
home.
when I see it, it's like they have it trained to bark at me or something.
So now you think they've trained the dog to bark at you?
Yes.
Come on, Mr. Grant, why are you doing that?
So dogs can't get trained like that. You
They
can't train a
can't?
dog. You can't train a dog to bark at a certain person at a certain time of the day. So that's just not a thing that can happen. I feel like she's making that up right now, to be honest.
Okay, but what's the history of your dog's barking? What is your dog's pattern?
The dog doesn't really bark that often. It barks when it sees me, because obviously when I'm coming into the house after working.
So
and
that's a happy greet bark.
It's a happy greet bark. It's not a bark like woo woo woo, like mad bark. It's just a bark.
Okay. When does the dog typically bark? Is there something that
Typically
sets him
barks
off?
during the
Is
day.
it a her or him?
It's Rocket is him.
Okay.
So dog barks when he sees me during the day when I come in. Barks just when some people are around, but it does not bark at night because I work at the warehouse. I work long shifts at the warehouse at night. So at night the dog is
Work
quiet.
at night?
I work nights, yes.
So if you're at the warehouse at night, how do you know if the dog is barking at night or not?
So my girlfriend is there sometimes, and so she tells me what the dog does, and I know that the dog does not bark at night because it's her dog. She brings the dog over 3-4 times a week.
So if she brings the dog over 3-4 times a week,
Yep.
you're at the warehouse at night, so that means she's there with the dog.
She's there with the dog.
So you really don't know what the dog is doing at night.
Well, I know that when I'm off of work, because I don't work 7 days a week,
Okay,
I work 5
so
days a week.
what are your work hours?
I typically go in around 7 p.m. and I get off around 6 a.m.
Okay, so you're usually at work between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m.
Yep.
And 5 days a week?
5 days a week this week, but it usually be 4 days a week.
So when you're at work,
Yep.
7 p.m. to 6 a.m.,
Yep.
and your girlfriend comes to visit,
Yeah.
what time does she usually come to visit?
So she's there before I leave, and then she's there when I come back. So she usually comes around like 6 p.m., so like that's the evening time, realistically. And then I go off to work. She watches the dog when that happens. Her and I spend time on my off days. But from what I got from her, the dog doesn't bark.
What's the collar thing that it has?
Okay.
What's that?
Well, this
Joker.
It's not a silencer?
He's got on clothes.
dog clothes.
That's not a silencing
Yeah.
collar?
How do you know about a silencing collar?
I've been looking up a lot of things, ma'am, about dogs.
And if it's a silencing collar, what does it look like?
Like that.
No, you've been looking up things. No, that just has something around it. If it's a silencing collar, if it's
Usually
going to
regular
silence, it has to
collars-
have something on it.
Usually regular collars are a little tighter on them. That's
Collars are the size you want to put on a dog, and it fits on a dog like any human too, the way you want it to fit. Now, you have a manager for the apartment building?
We do have a property manager. He's not there that often though. So
Okay. So when you have complaints about things going on in the apartment building, don't you take it to the property manager first?
someone would think that you would do that.
Is that the Is that the rule? Is that the procedure? When you
Yes.
signed up and rented that apartment, it said complaints go to the property manager?
Yeah, on the lease it says go to the property manager, but she went to the police.
Did you go to property manager before you called the sheriff?
I did contact the property manager.
And what did the property manager say?
They did not get back to me.
Never?
Never.
Am I correct? Your lease requires you to bring noise and other violations to the attention of the property manager first?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so this has been going on for how long?
For about 6 months.
And you're telling me that in 6 months, the property manager has not responded to you at all? And has the property manager contacted you about a complaint from Miss Lee?
We've had 0 complaints.
Let me see your notice to the property manager.
I do not have that.
What kind of dog is that?
A Bashoodle.
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 It would seem to me most dogs that people keep in the homes tend to be rather mild-mannered. And if you're 3 doors down, 2 doors in between the two of you, it seems like those neighbors would be the ones complaining before you because they're closer to the dog. And if there are 3 doors between you and him, how do you know it's his dog versus some other dog?
Because no other dog has been barking.
There's no other
since.
dogs in the apartment complex?
There are, but I have not heard any barking until that dog showed up.
I don't believe your testimony that the dog is that big of a nuisance, because if the dog was that big of a nuisance, you'd make sure that property manager do something about it. The property manager has to serve him notice when there is any type of nuisance in an apartment building. I would have a copy of the notice, or you would have a copy of the notice from the property manager saying to him, we've received this report, your dog is a nuisance, disturbing the peace of the tenants. You need to do X, Y, and Z. And if that dog was barking as much as you say and causing you as much stress, that is what would have happened by now. And you don't have anything to substantiate that. You didn't bring not one other tenant to say, yes, I confirmed that. In a 30-plus unit apartment building, I can't accept it. I can't accept it.
You didn't bring the girlfriend either.
But I did bring the receipt from the vet that we had to pay.
Okay. Judgment for the defendant.
All rise.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
You know your dog's been barking.
Well, dogs bark, babies talk, canines communicate. You can't get cash for that.
Coming up,
How did that happen?
It was a really, really busy day, one of the busiest days we've had. Just in the rush of making empanadas, we were missing a knife by the end of the day.
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
In the matter of Juan Santiago versus Tony Patel, Mr. Santiago, you're suing him for $10,000 comprised of medical expenses, lost wages, and emotional distress for injury incurred when you bit into an empanada that contained a knife. And Mr. Patel, you're here saying that it was unintentional, so therefore I owe him nothing? How did that happen? Tell me about it.
So I went in on, I go in on Wednesdays. They have a $9.99 special. I go in every Wednesday. I get my order. It just tastes awful, really bad, really stale cheese. Just did not taste what I'm used to getting from big city empanadas.
Okay.
I leave a review. The next day, I got a reply from the owner, Mr. Patel, saying, we're really sorry, we really want you to come back in. We'll give you a complimentary empanada on us, and we also have something really special for you. I come in, get my Philly cheesesteak empanada, I take it back to my truck, I bite into it, and I feel this sharp pain in my mouth, and I feel blood starting to fill my mouth, and I panic. I immediately go to urgent care, and they told me I was gonna need stitches, antibiotics, and a tetanus shot. And my medical costs were $950.
Did you find out what caused the sharpness in your mouth, the pain?
It was a 5-inch serrated knife inside the empanada.
Inside?
Coming up,
How you get a knife? You must make an awfully big empanada. Do you have a picture of that? I like empanadas, but I've never seen one that large.
Oh, it's even with the knife in it.
Whoa.
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Juan Santiago, who is suing Tony Patel for negligence.
How did that happen?
Your Honor, after Mr. Santiago called us, we tried to recollect the days and what happened during the day. That morning, I came in around at 9:30. We opened our restaurant at 11. It was a really, really busy day, one of the busiest days we've had. And around 10 o'clock is when everybody starts coming in. And at 10 o'clock, I get messages from 2 of my employees saying that they cannot come to work today because they're sick. So I was 2 employees down. We're a very small mom and pop shop. We work on a very small team, usually 5 people. And we were down 2 people, so I had to get my hands dirty. I got in there and I was working with empanadas. I was using the knife to cut the vegetables and meats and everything to make different types of empanadas that we sell. And when I came back, just in the rush of making empanadas, we were missing a knife by the end of the day. And when Mr. Santiago called us the next day, we all were very shocked. And the first thing we told Mr. Santiago is like, what was the medical damage? How can we help you? So we offered to pay for medical. We offered to pay for the loss of wages that incurred.
You rejected that offer?
I believe I deserve more than the lost wages and medical expenses because I'm traumatized.
So if you've already offered to pay the medical and the lost wages, that's no longer an issue before the court. So I'll just make that an order. So you'll go ahead on to pay it.
Yes.
So that's no longer a dispute. So the dispute is really what are his damages other than that?
Judge Mablean's verdict when Justice with Judge Mablean returns. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
It wasn't intentional, but emotional distress does not necessarily have to be intentional, but the act that you did, it was negligent. And the negligence caused him some pain and suffering. So I know and understand, can't you? I mean, a knife in his mouth? The thought of it is just really scary. How you get a knife? You must make an awfully big empanada. Do you have a picture of that? I like empanadas, but I've never seen one that large.
Oh, it's even with the knife in it.
Whoa. Woo. Okay, I'm going to order the full $10,000. Reimbursement for medical and lost wages is immediate. That's $2,500. You pay that within 30 days. The emotional harm and damages, I'm going to stretch that out over, I'm going to do a 3-year, that's $2,500 a year. I think that's very reasonable for a business, but that's what the court's order is. $7,500 payable over the next 36 months. Divide that payment by 36 months. If it's not paid, it's no interest. But if it's not paid, I'm going to add interest to it, and interest will start to accumulate at 10% per annum of the unpaid balance if you do not pay it all off in 3 years. That's the order of the court.
All rise.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $10,000.
No, I just really hope this doesn't happen to anyone else again. This shouldn't be happening to me or anyone.
We try our best to fix our issues and make sure that we serve the best we can.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.